you talking about work. That's why I said the man's bacon is still sizzling, but it just ain't hot no more, because this keeps it on and cracking.
In this special update session of Divorce Court. After several months of trying to make their marriage work, Stephanie Carrion and Pablo Nieves are back in front of Judge Lynn. In their first appearance, Pablo brought Stephanie to court because he wasn't happy with her sex drive.
You gotta understand, right, that I'm a 53-year-old Puerto Rican brother that likes to get his freak on, right? When the bacon is cooking, I like it to sizzle. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I don't know if you're familiar with menopause, but I can't have Freaky Friday like I used to.
Okay, the pill was to enhance our relationship.
That wasn't no reason for you to put them in my orange juice.
I didn't put them in
You put them in my orange juice.
But now, Pablo says the tables have turned.
This girl is working me like a research monkey. Maybe I need to get on the V. You know, or I need to do something that'll make me just more enhanced, because I waited too long for this. I don't want it to go away.
And there are other issues.
This is a recession. This is time to manage your money. She has a shopping addiction.
He's in a recession, not me. Okay? Do you know how long it's been since I owned a pair of Jimmy Choos? These are not Jimmy Choos.
It's not about what's on your feet. It's about where your feet are taking you, and yours are taking you to the poorhouse.
She's the judge who gives rules on the law and life. She's intense with common sense. She's Judge Lynn Toler, where real couples deal with real life. In this special update session of Divorce Court, we now join Stephanie Carrion and Pablo Nieves as Judge Lynn hears their case.
Do I remember you?
How you doing, dear?
I am here today with Mrs. Stephanie Carrion, and you sure did carry on last time you were here. And Mr. Pablo Nieves, the two of you have been married for 9 years. You were here before.
Yes, ma'am.
But you're back anyway, and this time, Mrs. Carrion, you want Mr. Nieves to pay $500 that she says she put on a deposit for a trip to Catalina. And you say that after she put the deposit on, you said that you didn't have enough money to go, and then brought yourself a laptop. So she want the money for the trip. Mrs. Carrion, Mr. Nieves, we talked about sex and we talked about shopping. Why don't you tell me where we stand now and how come you guys couldn't work this thing out?
Your Honor, I would love to work things out with my husband. I would love to. And I took some suggestions. As you stated, my pills were outdated, which I didn't even trip, which was probably why I was outdated, because my pills were outdated, so I wasn't able to get my freak on.
Well, now, first of all, I want to go on record as having said I did not recommend new medication.
No, you said that can be fixed. You said it can be fixed. And so
I think you can deal with, you can work with it and all that kind. I don't prescribe.
But you just pointed out that the medication was expired. That's all you did was pointed out that it was expired. Right. I checked the date. It was expired.
No, I did remember. It was like really old
expired,
stuff. I don't know. Well,
so
let me ask you this, Mrs. Carrion. Did you actually find medication that you felt enhanced your libido?
You know, when you're from Louisiana, you can find a whole lot of things. Because there's certain people, you know, from Louisiana that do things that traditional doctors don't do.
Right.
So my grandmother's friend made a little suggestion. And baby, you talking about work. That's why I said the man's bacon is still sizzling, but it just ain't hot no more, because this keeps it on and cracking.
So whatever she's using, I need to get in touch. I need to get in touch with her.
Now, Mrs. Carrion, you know there's no way in the world I can let you tell me about that and not see what it is. So Joe is going to have to bring it up here. Because we may have to package it and sell it. Oh, I heard about this.
There you go.
Well, I ain't gonna say
it worked. It worked.
Well,
I won't get all into that.
What it is, she won't tell me what it is. I need to find out what it is so I can keep up with the sizzling.
Wait, now, Mr. Nieves, you said last time that you were here that you were an ongoing machine, practically.
I am the ongoing machine, but this girl is working me like a research monkey. I'm just sitting back. I need to find out what she's getting. Now that I found out, maybe I need to get on the V. Okay. You know, or I need to do something that'll make me just more enhanced, because I waited too long for this. I don't want it to go away.
Because you like it.
I'm loving it. It's just what a man believes to have, and it's just wonderful. But there's other issues.
Well, what are the other issues, Mr.
Well, the
Nieves?
other issues are her spending spree. Like, I came here, and you gave her some good advice. Right? But now, she took it to another level. She's no longer scandalous. So she doesn't take my credit card out of my wallet anymore. What she does now is she says, Papi, I want to go shopping. Is it okay if I go? And I said, we're going to get something for ourselves. I said, okay. That's fine. First thing she does, I come back home, I see a bench sitting in the living room, and it looked very nice, right? And I said, well, how much did this cost? $386 when it should have cost $150. It just, what? What?
No, Mr. Nieves, keep going.
So there's other things that she has. She went and got a mattress, right? It cost $3,300 from a bargain store, right? She came back, right? And she said, I said, how much was that? She said $900. We already had a mattress. She also comes back with a plasma television, right? It's worth $1,800. You know, this is a recession. This is time to manage your money. I believe, without a reasonable doubt, that she has a shopping addiction.
Now, Mrs. Carey, and I do recall, take a moment, clear your mind. Do you shop more than you need to, and is that shopping filling a need other than your material needs that you really do have?
He's in a recession, not me. Okay? I don't know what planet he's from that he's in a recession, but not me. Okay? Do you know how long it's been since I owned a pair of Jimmy Choos? These are not Jimmy Choos. No. Do you know how long it's been since I owned a pair of Jimmy Choos? Because he's in a recession.
Well,
so
let me tell you something. I'm sure Jimmy Choo got really nice shoes. I really do. I have never seen a Jimmy or a Choo. I don't do that. And we're all in a recession together. It didn't just happen to him. It happened to all of us.
See, it's just not just me.
And my thought is this. It's not about what's on your feet. It's about where your feet are taking you. And yours are taking you to the poorhouse.
When divorce court continues, will Stephanie qualify as a shopping addict?
Go to the store to buy one pair of pants and walk out with 5. Is that the kind of thing you do?
If it's on sale.
Divorce court is back with an update in the case of Stephanie Carrion, who is suing her husband for the $500 deposit she put down on a vacation that she says he canceled. But first, Judge Lynn continues to hear why this couple is divorcing.
I went and did a survey.
Yeah.
Right? And I did a couple things, and I went online, and I believe, like I said, she has a shopping addiction. It says here, better known as a compulsive shopping or compulsive buying disorder, Stephanie Carrion.
It does not have my name on it, I'm sure.
Let me read it, Ms. Nieves. Let me read it, what you have. Where did you get it from?
Here. First
and
of all,
Mrs. Carrion, we're going to look at this. This information. We're just trying to figure some things out here.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And we're going to see if you have any of the indicia of a shopping addiction.
There's a 12 reasons there, just like a 12-step of recovery.
12-step, you know, okay. Do you juggle bills constantly and float them around so you have enough money to go shopping? Mr. Nieves, hush, is it true or is it not true?
I'm sorry, what was the
question?
question?
Tell the truth now. This is a moment to come clean. The truth will set you free. Juggle your bills, constantly floating them because you need more spending money. True or not true?
Definitely true.
You get angry or upset when you can't buy something you want, like a new pair of shoes. True or not true?
I usually faint.
Yeah. Well, I knew that was true when you took your shoe off in here. Go to the store to buy one pair of pants and walk out with 5. Is that the kind of thing you do?
If it's on sale.
Now she's a bargain.
Do you bounce checks frequently?
No more than a couple times a month.
That's frequently. Ask the bank. They'll tell you. Do you keep your purchases secret so your man doesn't
Oh,
know?
María, ahora la verdad va a salir.
Yes or no?
Of course.
Yes or no?
Definitely.
Do you have a hard time having leftover money at the end of the month?
There is none because he doesn't make enough.
You buy things regardless of whether or not it makes financial sense. Like your husband's in a recession, but you funding Jimmy Choo. Is that a reasonable thing to do?
Yes, because we need certain things. The mattress he bought
You
last
do not
year.
need Jimmy Choo.
Well,
Mrs. Choo might need him, but not you. Mrs. Carrion?
No,
You
she-
hang on. You have answered all of these questions in the affirmative. You have a shopping addiction. It is what it is.
Oh, so I guess now I got to go see Dr. Drew.
Mrs. Carrion, you're talking about his failure to keep up with you sexually.
Exactly.
And there's a point in your papers where you accused him of sleeping with others because he doesn't sleep with you. Do you really believe he's cheating? Mr. Nieves, hush. Mrs. Carrion, I want to know, do you really believe he's cheating?
He can't keep up with me and then he leaves. I mean, come on now.
He leaves and goes where and for how long?
He was with the client one evening for 4 hours. You left home at 6 in the evening and said he was going to see a client that he had to fix her tower on her computer. You didn't come back home for 4 hours and 10 minutes later. It don't take that long to fix a
listen,
computer.
I've had a computer tech at my house 3-4 hours.
And what were you
Sometimes it
doing?
just goes, and they're on the phone with the guy in India.
When divorce court continues, what will Stephanie say when Pablo calls her spoiled?
Everything comes her way. If she needs a glass of water from France, her daddy used to go get it. I'm not your daddy, I'm your poppy.
Stephanie says that no matter what she does, she and Pablo are just not sexually compatible. Do you think they should just get a divorce?
Divorce court returns with an update in the case of Pablo Nieves, who says his wife is spoiled. And Stephanie is in court suing Pablo for the $500 deposit she put down on a vacation that she says he canceled.
You said that he doesn't appreciate you for who you are. What did you mean by that?
I don't think he appreciates me because, first of all, I come from a different upbringing than he does, you know? And that's fine. I don't have anything against where he comes from or anything like that. But I come from a good family, okay? And he's got to live up to certain expectations, and he doesn't do it all the time. My father expects you to keep me in a lifestyle that they kept me in. The word no does not fit into my category, my vocabulary. Okay, I don't like the word no. I'm not used to the word no. I was diagnosed by a psychologist that I have anxiety attacks behind the word no.
See,
so
the
he
thing
shouldn't
is-
use
Well,
the word no.
let me ask you something. What did the psychiatrist tell you to do about the word no? Because the whole world cannot stop saying no around you.
She tried to run my life in that
Did the
aspect.
psychiatrist say you should not hear the word no, or did the psychiatrist say that you need to do something so you can behave a little better when you do hear the word no?
Actually, Your Honor, I was 11 years old when I was diagnosed with this problem. I'll never forget it because my parents couldn't figure out why I would have anxiety attacks when they told me, I'm sorry, I take that back, I was 14 because that's when they got my first car.
Yeah, okay.
And
See, this is the problem. This is the problem. The problem is that she's the youngest of the group. Right? The first thing that she wants, everything comes her way. If she needs a glass of water from France, her daddy used to go get it. I'm not your daddy, I'm your poppy. I'm
You
not
know
your
what?
daddy.
You need to bow down and act like
my
Mrs.
daddy.
Carrion. Let me say this to you. I am not a psychiatrist, and woe be it for me to tell you that the psychiatrist that spoke to you when you were 14 were wrong. But you finished that comment with, that's the year I got my car at 14, and I'll tell you what, psychiatry is no cure for being spoiled. And if you got a car at 14...
No, look,
You might want to hang on. You might want to take a look, not at your brain, but at your parents, and figure out what it is you're supposed to have and what the rest of the world doesn't have, and be thankful for what you do have.
When divorce court continues, Judge Lynn rules. But first, Judge Lynn gives a rule on life to Stephanie.
You need to deal with that shopping thing. There's something wrong with it. You should ought to be able to put the brakes on. Stephanie says that no matter what she does, she and Pablo are just not sexually compatible. Do you think they should just get a divorce?
Divorce court returns with an update in the case of Stephanie Carrion, who is suing her husband for the $500 deposit she put down on a vacation that she says he canceled.
I simply refuse to discuss the arbitration here with you today.
Oh.
I'm not doing it. Not doing it. Not going to discuss it. You two are a great couple. You're both loud and fun. You're both like a whole lot of sex. You got a little tweaking here, a little tweaking there, but you two have got it going on like two people I have never seen in this courtroom before.
But it's not going to continue.
No. You need to deal with that shopping thing. There's something wrong with it. It's it's running your life. It's making you do things that you ought not do. You need to spend some of that energy on that thing, on that shopping. Leave it at home with him.
I want to adopt a son so we can have a better thing in life.
You two need to get cool first before you bring any little people into it. I'm trying to get you two out of here. So let me finish so I can accomplish that.
As long as I leave without a son, because I'm not adopting no son.
Now, hang on. You two have no boundaries. That's your problem. You're good people, but you never know when to stop anything. Too much gaming, too much sex, now too much sex and too much shopping. Everything should be done in moderation. When you see the train pulling out of the station and running down 400 miles an hour, you should ought to be able to put the brakes on. But I'm telling you, you two are a great couple. You deserve each other. You're good looking. You're good people. Just moderate. Just middle of the road some days. Every once in a while, Tuesday, go a little crazy. But the rest of the week, middle of the road.
So he can't lock me up in this rehab.
But whatever no. Whatever road you take, you make sure it does not lead back here.
Before you leave,
there will be no judgment in this matter.
Wait. Let me just... The thing is that we just need to do this.
All rise. Parties may leave the
I don't
courtroom.
care what she says. I'm not adopting a child.
Okay, so
I'm not going to rehab.
In the courtroom.
Thank you, Joe. I'm
not going to rehab. You're not sticking me in no jail for shopaholic. You just need to go get another job so I can just go to the store. Because I'm mad now. I'm going shopping as soon as we leave.
Look, the problem is real simple, dear. Listen to what I got to tell you, right? The first thing you got to do, right? I want to thank the court for letting me do this, right? But the problem is not you and me sexy. It's not about your shopping, right, and stuff like that. It's your addiction to shopping. You need rehab. Well,
I'm not going to rehab.
You know what?
I'm not going to adopt a kid.
You need to go to rehab.
Right there. Right there, I have a kid.
Well, man-child.
All day.
Right, man-child. Okay.
I'm not going to adopt no child.
You forget it. No, you're going to go.
Man-child.
No, I'm sure. I'm leaving. I don't care what you got to say. Bye.